The prayer was today's entry in her just one-line journal, a gift from her sister. Maya had made the mistake of telling her she was thinking of getting into journaling, which is a thing you say when you're going through a crappy time, but don't want to talk about it anymore. This led to her mom, her sister, and her cousin all sending her some kind of journal for Christmas. She wondered where this enthusiasm had been when she wanted to try out burlesque. Pasties could get expensive. The journals had been sitting in a pile collecting dust until the sudden loss of her group house that was followed by the sudden loss of, well, everything she'd been working toward for the past 7 years. She was packing her life into her 2 beat-up suitcases when she uncovered the journals beneath a layer of debris on her desk. With a shrug, she shoved all 3 into her faithful, fuck the patriarchy tote bag and promptly forgot about them. For weeks, she hadn't spared them a thought, but now, sitting at her departure gate, she was in desperate need of something to do. She'd already wrung all the thrills she could out of Gate 13 of the Honolulu airport, perusing the Hudson News, securing a seat where she could neither hear nor see the constant stream of bad news pouring from the television, staring in blank confusion at a vending machine full of notebooks and beach towels. Maya's phone had lost its appeal when her cousin, Gigi the JD, sent her a link. She was one of several lawyers on Maya's dad's alarmingly accomplished side of the family and was constantly on the hunt for inspirational speeches and aspirational figures. So Maya wasn't surprised to see that her cousin's link led to a TED Talk, called Girl Bossing for Good. Boo! She was just disappointed. Hard pass, she groaned, shoving her phone into her tote bag with some force. She briefly fantasized about throwing her phone across the room, but of course, she couldn't afford a new phone, or an old phone, or even one last poke bowl in the main terminal. Okay, she was starting to wallow. Time to do anything else. Maya felt around her tote bag again and pulled out the journals. I am definitely bored enough to try this, she thought, picking up the most colorful journal of the bunch. It was the one from Mama. Flourish, a Black woman's guided journal of reflection and prayer. Maya had tried to stay connected to her church and her faith for the last 2 years, but prayer had stopped being a source of comfort and started to be one of frustration. It would have been more comforting to believe in nothing. She couldn't say that she'd lost her faith entirely, but it was distinctly uninteresting at the moment. These days, she rarely experienced awe or wonder. She felt salty. Maya thumbed through the journal absently, then looked at the cover illustration, a line drawing of a bronze-skinned woman with an afro, eyes closed, head bowed in prayer. Swirls of color and streaks of gold floated above her head, as if this woman were communing with the divine. Pretty, but it didn't match Maya's mood, and she found the content a lot, too hetero for her taste. She was not preparing for her Boaz, or looking to preserve the union after he cheats. Blech, Maya said, running a hand through her shoulder-length microlocks. I'm a Christian, but I'm not prayer journal Christian. That's, she gestured vaguely, another level. She selected the journal from Gigi. The journal itself was spiral-bound and covered with daisies. The words, "Yes, she can," screamed from the cover in an exuberant yellow font. This gives me MLM, she said, tossing it in her bag without opening it. All its "seize the day, you go girl" energy did was remind her how little she had going on in her life. Finally, there was her sister's just one-line journal. It was navy blue with shimmering foil stars. Maya opened the front cover and found a note. Hey, Mai, if you want to start a new habit, start small. Got one of these for college graduation, and it's the only journal I've ever kept up.